And we are live talking about one of the silliest of little guys. I'm going. How's this?
Chwinga.
Chwingas.
Chwinga.
Chwinga or Chewinga?
I always say
Chwinga.
Chwinga.
Yeah.
Um.
Those little guys. The tiniest
little man.
elementals out there. Next
Yeah.
to pebbles.
Yeah. They are absolutely adorable. But yeah, Chwinga. They're little tiny elementals that are native to Chult. That are just these small little creatures that real peaceful, nature-loving little folk that might take an interest in a party, might not. You might not even know they exist. They could be all around you.
Yeah. And they are.
What the fuck? What? Because they're based off of the Studio Ghibli, or the fucking
The little forest
100%.
spirits that
Yeah.
go to
yeah.
Yeah, from Princess
I forget what the
Mononoke,
hell
the
they're
Four
called.
Spirits.
They like fucking. I feel like they have a different fucking. I don't know. Regardless, I think that even though they're basically just that, I feel like there's such a neat, like technically original idea from like 5e
Mm-hmm.
of how they're kind of used more of like this open-ended kind of thing of like especially I like the little gift shit that they could give you. I
Yeah.
like the idea that they have these like weird little fucking like it's open-ended for the DM. I could see a lot of really fun little I guess things that could pop up with them because they could literally be anywhere. Like yes, they pop up in Shoal, but since they're
Mhm.
like little elementals, it is very much that idea of just like oh, little spirits living in the rocks or in the trees or whatever. And it's just like I don't know, maybe if they just fuck with your vibe, if you have like a druid in the party or something. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they.
I always thought of yeah, go
Because
ahead.
they're
I was just gonna say.
one interesting thing about them. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Okay, Logan, you go. I'll go on my tangent in a little bit because I can talk for a
Okay.
while about these.
They are really curious about human nature and culture and how it develops. I really like that if you are like from a foreign land and you're wearing weird clothes, you're just gonna be followed by these little invisible chwingas that are like gonna kind of fuck with you, and then maybe they'll like stick a berry on a twig and run up to the campfire and like hang out with you for a little bit.
Mm.
And if you don't
I
endanger
do
them
like
in any
that.
way, then yeah, they'll just kind of like be nice to you. And maybe if you have something to do with the forest that they're in, because I think they speak. Let me check.
They actually
I
don't
don't
have any
think they
languages.
do.
Whoa.
No, they have no languages.
They don't understand language. That's adorable, actually. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Because yeah, you go ahead, Chuck.
I was gonna say you pretty much got to talk to them all through gestures and because I was gonna say a crow like, but crows can actually understand speech. But that is an aspect I love for them that they will follow you around. And I was about to say, if they take an interest in one of the party members, they might attempt to steal a small item from them, but always leave something in return, just like a crow does, where
Yeah.
it could be something important to them, but maybe useless to the party. Like, let's see, they said they can, because I think they said they would. Well,
They will.
Oh, I remember. I'm looking in the monster section. It's in the encounter section. What I was reading.
Mhm.
Because if you encounter a Chwinga in the wild, the Chwinga encounter in Schultz is a Chwinga takes an interest in the characters that attempts to steal something valuable from an unguarded pack or canoe, but is noticed by any character of passive perception score of 17 or higher. The Chwinga always leaves something else in exchange: a pretty shell, a handful of nuts, or an uncut gemstone worth 10 gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
why do they do that?
yeah, like I said, they're just little crows. Like I like to think they
Mhm.
just see something, like you were saying, like a foreign adventure they don't recognize. They might just see some little bauble that just like is the coolest thing they've ever seen, and they're just like, I want it. I'll trade
Mhm.
for them. This will be an even trade.
You
Yeah.
know, as much as I tend to think like, oh, I feel like these fit more as a fae than an elemental. I think something that does kind of work in the idea of them being an elemental is the fact that they probably don't fucking know shit. Like they don't know anything in the
Yeah.
sense of like they. No wonder humans are such a fascinating thing to them because it makes me think of like one of my other favorite elementals are Gulabdur, and it's that thought of, oh, they just sit out in the middle of nowhere and they might pick up little words from people here and there, but besides that it's just like, yeah, they might want to interact with people but they don't really know any better. They're just like gonna get up one day and they'll like look at you. It's like, oh, all they know is the term like rocks or like hill or some shit because that's like shit that they hear all the time.
But
But it's like
little
with,
Pokemon, they just say one
yeah,
word
like
over and over again.
like
Geodude.
fucking, I've had that happen where it's just like, oh, a fucking Gallop gets up and all he says is rock, and it's just like, why does he say that? And it's just like, oh, it's the only fucking word that he fucking knows. Is it because it's like, oh, when they would see him on the ground, they would just point at him and go, oh, a fucking rock.
Yeah, yeah. Just there's a bunch of lobotomites that regularly travel through here, and they just point at him and go rock. So he's like, yeah, rock.
Fucking it's like it's like this idea with the Chwinga where it's like they are, because what's their intelligence at actually?
That is sitting at
14
a
intelligence.
These guys
That's
are a
really
little
good.
anomaly. Yeah.
And like, so they're smart, but they're still like these elementals, so like they don't have any connection to, I guess, like what a person is like, which is, it's really interesting to think about that they have such a, because elementals tend to be more of these like I don't know, either they're just kind of these weird little entities that are part of like a bigger hive in a way, or like the thought of these guys just being their own little individuals. I really love that they, with their own like thought, the first thing that they think of is like basically aping something else, just seeing somebody and being like, oh, I want to be like you. I'm going to pretend to be like you. I don't know why you do the things you do, but like I see you cooking something like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll make a little fire too. What is that? Am I doing it right? Like fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they just have like a little pile of rocks. They're all sitting around just mimicking the party.
yeah, I love that idea, and it's
so good.
I think part of that too fits in a way that you could have these fuckers pop up is just, I don't know, they just think that they just showed up, like the party shows up in an area that's maybe not visited by a ton of people. The Chwinga reside around here,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, you guys are interesting. I haven't seen anything like you in like a long time. You've caught my interest, so I'm just gonna hitch a ride in your little backpack. I'm gonna throw my pebble in there, and I'm gonna stick around with you for a bit and see where you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love that.
Yeah, I just love their descriptions so much of just a little tidbit under the Chwinga section in Tomb Annihilations. Chwingas shun most other creatures, but they find the trappings of civilization fascinating. They puzzle over creatures that wear armor, carry weapons, use tools, and cook food. When a Chwinga encounters one or more humanoids, its curiosity sometimes gets the better of it, and it shadows those creatures for a short time to observe them. If it takes a particular liking to a humanoid, a Chwinga might use its cantrips to aid it or might bestow a magical gift before departing. The feature that attracts a Chwinga to a particular humanoid can vary. In some cases, a Chwinga might simply like the way a humanoid walks or the way it combs its hair. Other times, it might be smitten by a humanoid's ability to play music or eat a copious amount of food.
I think they just like unique new things. And in the
Yeah,
meantime, all they really do is hang out in the woods and do very minor caretaking. I would imagine, well, I'll go into what I've said multiple times before, that Chwingas are not air elementals, they're not earth elementals or fire or anything else. They are material elementals. Where you have the 4 elemental planes and then the quasi-elemental planes between those, so a total of 8, and then they all converge in the center. You get elementals from each and every one of those, but why not the convergence? I think that's what Chwingas are. And
yeah, I could see that.
they probably just run around trying to keep the minor chaos of nature going. Like they probably start little fires or like plant tiny little seeds here and there. And it does say that they are like humble or modest caretakers of the natural world. But I love their fascination with things that aren't natural, like
Yeah.
travelers or like materials and weapons that we make and introduce.
Yeah, and I love just that little tidbit of they getting one of them on your side would actually be huge because their at-will spells are Druidcraft, Guidance, Pass Without a Trace, and Resistance, which is a crazy lineup. And
Yeah.
also the Magical Gift, that I love because I think there's no other monster in all of D&D that does something exactly like that, where they just straight up give you basically a little boon that they can do once a day, and
It's like
just it's good stuff too because it falls under the charms because it's not in there. It's the in the D&D book's favorite thing to do. Could you please check out Appendix D in this other book that you totally have,
yes.
please? But
well, thankfully I have it open. It's the supernatural gift section.
well, I have it. Yeah, it's because it's under the charms where it's a minor supernatural gift, but it could be a charm of animal conjuring where you get to summon, basically just get a free use of conjure animals, but once used 3 times, it vanishes from you. A charm of dark vision for all the basic humans, as they just watch a human bump their head into a tree in the dark and are like, ha, blind. Here you go, little silly blind. A charm of feather falling, a charm of heroism, a charm of restoration, a charm of the slayer, which can turn into a dragon slayer or a giant slayer for 9 days, which is
that's huge.
Yeah, and a charm of vitality, which becomes a potion of vitality. So they can give some good stuff.
Because what I find
they just like inherently have that themselves as a resource, which I think is really cool. They're probably just running around making this stuff. You might even find one of their charms like sitting under a rock just because they left it there.
What I find interesting with them is, yeah, it's rare that something does have this, but the things that usually do are like big deals, like kind of threatening creatures that you'll encounter. And these are just like little these are literally CR0.
Yeah.
I think they have 1 hit point, 5 hit points.
They have 5 hit points, but no offensive ability at all. Like they could, like all they
run.
Yeah, all they can do is to keep themselves safe as an action. They can do nature shelter where they turn themselves basically into a natural object, or they hide into a natural object like a stone or something, and they become impervious to damage after that.
That is really interesting. That's an ability entirely unique to them where they do become just untouchable by anything. You have to destroy that object. And if you did that on your turn and their turn comes up next in that same round, they go into another rock. So you kind of just can't, like, shouldn't be able to kill them unless everyone is trying to attack them and kill them for no reason.
Yeah.
I also think that lends itself really well to other keepers of the forest, like tree ants or unicorns. Like, if you start messing around and kill a Chwinga just because you want to, first of all, you're not getting experience at all. And secondly, you're probably going to piss off a tree ant, which is a death sentence, or a unicorn, which is a celestial.
Honestly, I do like that because it's
they're definitely one with their environment in a major way. And I do think it lends itself heavily to, like, where there is one Chwinga, there are, like in most of the images, you see 2 of them standing next to each other, or 3.
Yeah.
I think instead of like little family bands, there's probably hundreds of them, which is not dangerous. They don't have turn economy. They can't fight you. I love that.
Yeah. The only thing I'd imagine is basically be like Ewok style where they just have a bunch of forest traps set up.
They could do that, yeah.
If anything, what I would picture too is if you truly royally fucked up. One, you'll obviously get like, because these guys would be at a spot that was significant, something like important. So I like the thought of like, I don't know. I remember reading like one of the Dragonlance books and having this moment of like, oh, these guys step into this area that was a forest protected by a unicorn. So it's just having like this feeling of like, oh, this land is protected or some shit, and it's like on the outskirts, it's like a bunch of undead were attacking nearby, and some unicorn like fucking jumps in. But it's like this thought of just like, oh yeah, the sacred forest, you might unknowingly stumble into it, and if they deem you being like chill, like you pass like the vibe check, maybe at night you'll catch like something of like, oh, the Chwinga will check in on you, like, you know, take a peek at you. If they realize, oh, you're kind of a fuck, I do like the idea of like if they're able to give you like a curse, or not a curse, if they're able to give you like a blessing or like a charm or something like that. I like the idea of them potentially like cursing you or doing something to fuck. Oh shit, did Chuck die?
What the heck?
Oh,
I
he's the Elgato now. That's you.
oh no, hang on.
What did you plug in, brother?
Oh no.
That is strange. Lord have mercy.
Oh, check your
Yeah, let me plug. Wait, why did your camera go out, Mario?
No, hold on. I'm like clicking on the thing to like look over.
Wait,
it.
hold on.
If you like click on the
Wow.
camera again, it might give you like an option to like fuck
Chwinga
with
are
it,
attacking.
because it might have grabbed the wrong camera or something. For whatever reason.
Hang on.
Is it still recording? Or?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, I guess I'll carry on so that we're not just on dead air.
Thank you.
I like the idea of the Chwinga potentially, like, if my own DM kind of take I would go with is just like, oh, I would have them, I don't know, potentially like give curses or some shit, like fuck with you in some way. I like the idea of just like these guys are potentially their own little protectors of this forest. And maybe that energy itself could be something of like this forest has a strength to it, and when they do give you a blessing, it is something that is coming from that rather than just them.
Oh, like whatever force they're aligned with, not directly them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's something they manipulate. I like that. And I do like what you said, the idea of them being both benevolent and mundanely malevolent, where they can bestow curses in the same vein, where they might like load up your backpack with little pop rocks or something.
That too. Like honestly, like I think even that kind of, because another thing I think of is like, oh, I remember having an idea of how I wanted to potentially add Chwinga in a game, and I wanted it to be a lead up of the players are traveling through like a specific forest, and while they take like camp and are like resting and getting ready, I might have situations in like encounters where it's like, oh, your stuff gets like scuffed up, or like something happens to one of your items or some shit, like in the sense of like maybe a bag that you have like rips, and now it's still functional but it's a little fucked up, and then all of a sudden when you wake up in the morning, oh, all of your stuff has been cleaned, like your weapons have been polished, your fucking like your like boots have been patched up, your like everything's all like nice and clean. And like potentially having, oh, if somebody ends up waking up in the middle of the night, or if somebody that's on watch like rolls high enough perception, they might get like a moment of like seeing, oh, a little Chwinga with like needle and a thread like running away into the forest or some shit. Like
I like the idea of that being like a tiny trade where they use the needle and thread that you had in your backpack to fix your backpack, and then they steal it.
they basically like, it's like, anyways, thanks. I'm taking this.
I've traded.
Goodbye.
I don't speak. That means I don't have to negotiate.
Yeah, well, actually, that's also interesting in itself. I guess kind of pulling into that Fey aspect as well, that they kind of seem to emanate, is the idea of a trade. Like, I do like the thought of them being more interested in like the more mundane kind of things, because again, they want to emulate stuff that you guys are doing. So maybe them stealing, like if you have a tea set or something, maybe they'd be super fucking interested in that, of just like,
yeah,
yo, what the fuck is this? Okay,
yeah, the more complex the item, maybe the more interest. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
In one of the pictures, they do have a fork that they are just kind of sitting around, hanging out with.
Yeah.
And actually, they are performing a false ritual, I think.
Right.
They're using
like
a
the one in
stolen
Tin
plate.
Towns, the fucking yes.
They're just they're playing with stolen stuff.
I do. Honestly, that's another fun one. Is the idea of them like the idea of the party passing through a place,
Hmm.
and then in the night, a party member maybe taking watch finds all these little guys, and they're dressed up as the party members, and they're like reenacting something that they've done.
I
Like,
love that.
That'd be cute. Oh, real quick, y'all can
Okay.
see me, right?
yes,
Yeah.
we could. See.
Okay, just make sure
You
no
are
one ever
back.
said it, so I wanted to make sure my camera was working.
No, no worries, no worries.
Yep. If y'all never seen the magic one, it's really cute where it's a Chwinga next to a bunch of rabbits.
I didn't know there was a magic.
There's a magic card of Chwinga.
There is, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I actually have it in one of my
yeah.
decks.
A snow-loving Chwinga and their
Oh.
rabbit friends.
Yeah. So I like
Yeah,
this
that would be
idea where
a
it kind of
really big Chwinga then.
yeah, it's a long
There-
Chwinga, which I love. This one kind of shows it like in this kind
Mm-hmm.
of shepherd like role to the rabbits in a weird way.
Hmm.
Yeah, little protectors of nature. And I think the patterns that they put on their faces, those little masks, are probably like they constantly change the painting and the pigment on them to adapt to like interesting creatures or patterns or like nations that they find interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, like there's another picture I saw of desert Chwingas where they all
Yeah.
they have these little desert like robes and these blue glowing masks. It's got blue glowing accents
Yeah.
to their mask. It's interesting. They look like some Sheikah stuff from Legend of Zelda.
Because something that I would think about, especially with the desert one, and there's the ice one as well.
Yeah.
What it strikes me as, because some of their masks do look like they're made, part of me also feels like that is literally their face that they are like shifting into potentially,
Mhm.
or like,
S-
or
so
who
there-
knows?
There is some concept art from them on the Forgotten Realms wiki where they are wearing clothes that replicate insects, like bugs that are about their size, like butterflies.
Oh.
And there's one of them that's like fully in garb, and its face is revealed, and it's just like two little cute white slits.
Oh,
Yeah, I see that. That's cute.
Also, on that
That's
same
really
page, there is a Chwinga that has been ceramorphized.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh my
mind flayer
God.
Chwinga. How?
How the fuck?
How did
Actually,
this?
how the fuck?
How'd they find a tadpole small enough to go
Oh.
inside of it?
Yeah, Chwinga Squidling. I have seen that one before.
I know there was a
I-
gnome squiddling in that setting.
Yeah. I really think that he's just faking. That he like
That would
killed
be
the
funny.
funny squid and put that on and is just replicating all the
Actually-
behavior of a mind flayer because that's what keeps his environment
Yeah.
static.
Yeah, the mind flayer can't read
That-
his mind because there's literally nothing in their head, so he doesn't even know he's there.
Because I think that one would actually make more sense in the sense of the Chwinga came across the new community that is here. They come across mind flayers, and them probably not even having any like they're not evil or like actually what is their fucking alignment? If that they're neutral, they're pure neutral.
Yeah, neutral.
They are
So it's just like-
truly neutral.
True neutral. So it's just like if they came across mind flayers, they'd be like, "Oh, these guys are neat."
Yeah.
Like they would.
Yeah.
They would probably just imitate that. I actually like I would much prefer art of just straight up like they have some stuff on their masks to replicate the tendrils or something like that on their face.
Yeah. I like the idea of them because they still can't attack and they can't deal damage or anything. A bunch of Chwinga hanging around like the most evil place you've ever seen, swarming
Yeah.
with undead, and they're marching alongside the droves, but they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the fucking that would actually be really fucking funny. So fucking you have like some Masarak type shit, like literally like Chult, where it's just like you have all these
Where is
crazy
that
shit,
sitting?
and they're like fucking. I like the idea of just him being completely unaware that there are these little Chwinga near him, just like, hey, that guy's neat.
Oh.
They have like masks, like they have fucking bone masks or skeleton masks or some shit.
Just like, we're
Asarak.
just following.
Asarak
It's
comes down to his lair and sees Atrol, just a giant fetus, just has a flower crown on him, and he's like, "How? What? Who did that? How did you get down here?"
A bunch of Chwinga hanging out with a reborn dead god fetus, just like, yeah, I like it here.
Who's been in here? Who did this?
He move around, silly.
I think the final design they did go with was very Korok-esque. And I think that might just be one of the main inspirations. On top of the Ghibli one is just little Koroks.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Yeah. I was feeling the Ghibli ones because the Ghibli ones didn't communicate either and were like really mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
But the Koroks is an interesting idea of the little gifts and little silliness.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking.
And melding into items. Because you could just make Zelda puzzles out of it, where you just complete a little ring of rocks and then shake.
Yeah, they would pop out like a Korok does.
Oh my god, that actually would be awesome. Is having a similar kind of thing of finding a Chwinga, and because you found it, it gives you a gift.
Yeah.
It's like it just gives you like something.
1,000-year-long hide and seek, because I doubt they age.
Okay.
They're elementals. I don't think they do.
Makes me
to go back to the idea of them being in Asarak's tomb. What if you saw a group of them saw Asarak setting up traps, and that's what they tried to replicate, and then make like the smallest, like worst traps possible?
They make the Mousetrap board game.
They're like, look, we did it. Are you proud of us, Asarak?
Yeah. Yeah, like...
Yeah, they just put it on his desk. Or something. They put it on the table. And he's just like, who keeps leaving things here?
Yeah, like...
There's just like a super, super detailed trap on the ground that no one can figure out how to disarm. And then when someone finally triggers it, it just like stubs your toe a little bit.
I like the idea of like the Chwinga learn a bunch of shit. They make their tiny ass like little play like a death trap thing.
Barbie doll
Asarak finds it. He's like, at first he's like, who the fuck? Wait, this kind of fucks actually.
this is a good idea. I should make this on a bigger scale.
Minions.
A cardboard box with a string and a stick, and there's a little piece of fruit under it.
I understand. That's where he goes to get all of his ideas. He just hangs out with Chwinga for a little minute.
He's
like, yeah, do this. They draw like designs on the ground, and he's like, oh,
boys,
wow, that's evil.
Guess what I brought home? And just throws Atrol on the floor. Like, I need something really good to protect this thing. And they just
I think about
make like the little like rolling the little rolling death trap he had out of like 2 pine cones, and he's like, you did it again.
Make a fucking Indiana Jones fucking death trap with a fucking big boulder.
One other major part of their nature that I think is interesting, and kind of why I said that I think they are material elementals, is that they can change their form slightly, or they are super diverse, where, you know, like I mentioned in my video, you have desert Chwingas, you have snow Chwingas, you have forest Chwingas. I wonder if they adapt to fit their environment, or if there's just always been a buttload of them.
I like the idea that they adapt.
Mm-hmm.
I like the thought that they change their nature depending on where they are.
Yeah, them being a reflection of the nature around them actually makes sense and could lean to some really interesting kind of diverse ideas with them. Like, I do not like the idea of a corrupt one of these at all, but like in a blighted land, like maybe they look a little more malnourished and
I want one to have like a little gas mask. Or like a plague mask. Just in a
That's actually kind of cool.
They look like what was that Tim Burton movie 9? The little
yes, they do.
Dude,
yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah,
nobody else loves that movie.
No one else loved that movie. Only you did.
I think
that movie.
I think I saw a commercial too, and I'm like, "Mommy, can we see that?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh."
I remember seeing. I'd never actually watched the movie. I remember as a kid seeing like the trailers for it, and I was like, "That looks awesome."
Yeah, it looks
I
sick.
think we somehow got the DVD for it because I've watched that a lot of times. It is actually the story is rampant AI. Just like
Really?
yeah, it's robots that rapidly reproduce themselves, and during wartime they intentionally or accidentally killed all of humanity,
Of
and they
course.
just keep
Remind you of something?
yeah. Um,
How's the
but
water in
like
that world?
fucking Dr. Light or Dr. Eggman himself is just yeah, probably none. He just
Dr.
pours
Legman.
Dr. Legman. He pours his soul into a bunch of like little puppets, little sock men, and that's kind of where the story is different parts of his soul acting autonomously to destroy the central factory.
Okay,
It's really
nice.
good, just like Chwinga.
Yeah,
'Cause I,
exactly like
I
Chwinga.
think
I
because
would
another
love
thing. Go ahead.
oh, a tiny idea. I would love, fuck, dude, an adventuring party of Chwingas, like a one
That
shot
would
where
actually be
you
kind
are
of
them
cool.
and you have
Actually,
to
yes.
circumvent the inability to not fight, but you can make boons for yourself.
I
Idea.
That'd
like
be
that.
so fun.
Something similar. Like basically, something happens. The magic in the land is fucked. Something has
Yeah.
sapped the magic in the land, and it's like at this point you're reverted to like base Chwinga form. You're just like this little like silhouette with like a like I don't know, no identity, kind of like white mask or something like that. And
Mhm.
so you as a party having your own autonomy and everything, like it's like you're low on your magic, you can't really do shit, but you just decide, fuck it. I saw a couple adventurers do this shit before. I'm gonna do this. Like,
I'm gonna go sicko mode because I've seen it before.
I'm going fucking sicko
Yep.
mode.
They pull.
All the adventurers in the nearby area died. You're the only hope.
They
I
lift up
love
a
that.
rock, and you see under it just a little like makeshift wizard hat, night helmet, and a little cleric holy symbol, and they just all like just equip them. Like it's time.
It's
It's time.
time.
I'm ready.
Okay.
An army of harmless Chewingas. Oh, like the cutie creatures in that Adventure Time episode.
Mm.
I like.
The cutie warriors.
I
They
also
trip over
like.
themselves and die.
I like the idea of it is a party of Chewingas and one incompetent commoner that they're all trying to turn into an adventurer to save the world. So
But they can't communicate either. That would be so much fun as like a short campaign.
yeah,
Can't talk, can't attack. Go kill
You have to
God.
describe everything. Like it's like
Yeah.
fucking like just like, oh yeah, I swing my little sword in like my little I have a little fucking needle sword that I swing in that direction. And
Like
I'm like,
what is it, Despero?
yeah. Despero
oh,
would be good inspiration for this. Yeah.
because I that makes me think of I remember hearing somebody spitballing about like ideas with Chwinga, and it's like that thought of like, oh, the elementals usually can have like some sort of hive mind thing. And it
Mhm.
is that thought of like
Yeah.
maybe when Chwinga like go inside of like nature, inside of like rocks or something, potentially maybe in that moment when maybe Chwinga are around each other, they might share like a hive mind kind of thing of like passing ideas to each other. And it's maybe that
Yeah.
is their way of communication potentially.
Hmm.
So that is like a funny thing in that same vein of just like,
Mhm.
oh, what if when that magic's gone? Now it's just like, fuck, I don't know how to communicate with you guys.
I think so. In my research on the tree ant video, there
Hmm.
is Entish, which is a language that they spoke before elves taught them Elvish, which is, an actual
Oh
dialect.
yeah.
And Entish takes the form of trees like croaking or creaking and groaning and just moving in their natural state. So they derived words from how trees just are in nature. I think it'd be interesting if Chewingas like tapped rocks and ran around and just like made normal natural
Idea.
noises interacting with their
They
environment to
basically
communicate to other ones.
Okay.
they speak in Morse code basically. It's like
Yeah.
fucking shit of just like, yeah, they pick up like little bits of stone and they're like tick tick
They do that the music scene from Tarzan just as a bunch of tiny dudes.
I think
think they
something else. Or go ahead.
no, it wasn't
Um,
fully formed thought.
something else that I
We'll
think could
form
be
it.
fun with like the initial. I guess thinking about how they mimic stuff, I think that they could also serve a really cool moment of plot. Like if the party starts vibing with Chwinga or like they come across them, there could honestly be something of if they like to mimic stuff or if they like seeing people perform rituals and trying to mimic it. I like the idea of, maybe the party stumbles across Chewinga, they think they're cute, and it's like all this fun and bullshit, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, who is that Chewinga mimicking? He's in like black robes, and it's like, oh, they're like stringing up that other Chewinga. They have like a mock dagger or something like that. It's like they've seen like some fucking cultish activity and they're just imitating it.
That's how you could recap a session is just a little play with Chewingas.
Little Chewinga play. The idea of just like they have like a Chewinga like put up on an altar. They like the little mock dagger comes down. The Chewinga like laying down. He's like throwing like little like bits of ripped up red fucking leaves or something like that. Just like I'm bleeding.
I thought you were describing the opening of Skyrim at first, of just like he's getting executed.
You have like a bunch of little Chewinga on a small makeshift cart with caterpillars like pushing them forward, and it's like
You're finally
you
awake.
see like one just looking down, looks at the other Chewinga.
Let's
Bring up to the jogging block.
Do you think they actually just like kill other? No, because they can't. they can't harm
can't.
each other.
Well, to be fair, part of me is like, technically there's nothing on the stat block, but it's like, if they met something that was their size, they could probably beat the shit out of it if they really wanted to.
Listen, they got a 20 dex, so we need to be casting enlarge on them and
Yeah,
enlisting
20
them into
dex,
the
dude.
Olympics.
Dude, they would
Jeez.
be fucking insane, dude.
They were given that for their stealth, but they also have crazy passive perception and acrobatics +7.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they are little gymnasts. Probably fast as fuck.
Like I said,
Yeah.
if that's a mean idea, but I just thought that'd be
Speedy
like some
Gonzalez.
greedy businessman discovers them and makes them like into a little traveling circus act.
Like a flea circus.
Yeah,
Oh,
flea
like a flea circus.
Yeah, you could have a cute whimsical idea of that, but I was thinking like Pinocchio, like Stromboli.
Flea circuses were also super evil.
I mean,
They were.
Yeah,
it feels
they were.
like
fake.
anything that was
Made of
meant to
fleas.
elicit joy was evil in that era. I mean, public executions were a family event back then.
No.
During the flea circus, that's like P.T. Barnum era, I think. I'm also really confident.
Yeah, and that's when
even
y'all
though-
got together and got to point at the local deformed person.
Yeah, and you got to make fun of them, but then they sang their heart out, and you were like, huh, maybe deformed
Yeah.
people are real.
Now stay after me.
Then you throw a tomato at him.
Yeah, then you throw a tomato at them that P.T.
I
Barnum
am
sold to you for
ugly.
75 cents. Fuck, I lost track. Oh,
Chewinga.
similar tangent that I do want to keep. Flea circuses, the idea of like fleas running around and doing circus shit. I watched a video where someone was like, yeah, this is kind of like how they did the process. I think it's bullshit. I think it was a tiny little like circus, like a Barbie dollhouse that had a crank in the back, and when you moved it, like tiny stuff would move around with magnets and shit. Like you did not have fleas actually pulling tiny little carts. No fucking way.
So
Yeah, I
you
really
can
doubt
believe a shrimp can fry that rice, but not a flea can be a circus.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think the guy was
Yes.
paying the fleas.
Typical Western belief.
Look, I just don't have any faith. Any faith in the
I
fleas.
kid.
Godless Northwesterner.
I'm a flealess Northwestern.
Are you a flea fearing man?
Oh.
Just a flea.
I'm mostly there were real ones. They were fake ones, and they were called humbug flea circuses, and that's exactly what I am. I'm a little humbug flea
dang humbug flea
I
circuses.
I learned
Stepping
about
on
it.
the real fleas.
I learned about it because in Bug's Life, that was the joke that the little circus ringmaster was a flea.
That's right. He was
can't say that,
part of a
dude.
flea circus.
What? I believe in him, so I can. It's part of my culture, Logan.
Oh yeah, that's right. You believe in God
These
and
gosh dang
the flea.
humbug flea circuses stealing the jobs of these red-blooded flea Americans.
But I feel like I'm about to get my ass kicked for doubting fleas.
I'm sick of the way you speak to me. These fucking fleas.
You don't tell Eastern men that fleas ain't real. We down here in the
Come
flea
down here
pits.
and you tell me that to my face, boy.
We roll around here if the fleas down in the south, brother.
I was in the mud fucking rolling around like a gorged pig watching flea circuses when I was 12.
Right
You're
after
trying to tell me that was magnets? Nuh-uh, brother.
Next you're gonna tell me WWE was fucking fake, you sick bitch.
I remember when I was a boy, we'd go to church, then we'd go to the local flea circus, and my God, it was beautiful. Not a magnet in sight, only people living in the moments.
Sorry for my
Making fun of
crackpot
my
theory that
flea physics,
Chwingas were
boy.
controlling them instead of fleas.
Okay, now that could happen.
A Chwinga circus? Yeah, I
But they
think...
put rocks inside of the fleas. It makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
God does send Chwingas to do little minor miracles for people.
Yeah.
Um,
Every time a bell rings, a Chwinga gets its
Wait.
rock.
I might be cheating with the wording, but the Chwinga magically takes shelter inside a rock, a living plant, or a natural source of fresh water. What the fuck? In its space. The Chwinga can't be targeted by an
That's
attack,
interesting.
spell, or otherwise effect. Can use its action to emerge, or if the shelter's destroyed. So if it goes into water, they are invulnerable. They cannot be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to evaporate it, so that's a really good defense.
It doesn't say explicitly that they lose their movement speed. I
They-
want to believe
they
that
have
they
a-
can like enter a rock or a fern and just make it run.
Yeah, I like
I love
that
that
idea.
idea.
I like the idea. Can you imagine, like, just like you look around, it's like, where the fuck did he go? You turn around, you look at a rock, and it's just like has two little legs, like running. It's like, get his ass! Like,
Yeah. Yeah, doing a little Scooby-Doo hiding and running.
Like prop hunt in TF2. Just, wait, that rock looks weird, and it just zooms.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, another thing I was going to say that I think is really, really interesting. So yeah, a rock, a living plant, or a natural source of fresh water. I think a sword is technically a rock. And
You know
I
what else
want...
is a living plant?
I'm scared about what...
An ant?
Yes, that's true. So, you could have a tree ant, like specifically tree ant D&D style, and a dryad, and a Chwinga, all in the same tree.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, you're so right.
Typical polycule.
It's the dryad
It also-
husband and her boyfriend, the Chwinga.
It also doesn't specify
Looking for
an
what else?
uninhabited object. So what if you just like were skipping rocks and you shattered one and 200 Chwingas exploded out
Yeah,
of it?
You know what else I was thinking about? They can hide in water, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm assuming they'll form like a droplet if they like stepped out of the water and they're still in the water.
I like that.
yeah.
So,
Dude, they would fuck up Strahd.
Wait,
They all fucking run at him.
yeah, because they're running water. It's like little droplets on two legs, fucking running, bum rushing Strahd. Literally running water.
Just like he's like, I am Strahd von Zerevik. I have all the power in Barovia. What the fuck? And like all these fucking like little droplets of water runs out. It's like, oh!
Ah!
You watch that's like the bottom of his legs, like he's just fucking like getting absorbed as he like.
It's also uninhabited, so like they can inhabit any specific natural thing. So he like turns into a blood mist, and then they inhabit him.
Oh my god!
They just keep fucking.
Oh,
We are legion, for we have many.
he finally
They retain their.
gets
If
to
they
his
were-
coffin. He thinks he's safe. He instantly sees like a bunch of white masks illuminate in his casket.
They'll take over his blood mist, and because if we're running with the movement speed thing, they could just book it in different directions, and Strahd would be dead like Osiris, the god who was ripped into
my
pieces and
fucking
scattered.
God. Right. They literally. Oh my god! You would have to literally kill every single dude. That's the plot. You play
Okay.
villains.
Well,
You're looking for
and-
the fucking. You're looking for
No,
the
'cause-
Koroks. You're trying
Yeah.
to release all of the blood of Strahd to bring him back.
That's awesome.
Okay, and to make it better, to only add to the water effect, when a Chwinga dies, it turns into a handful of flower petals, a cloud of pollen, a stone statue resembling its former self, a marble smooth stone, or a puddle of fresh water. So you have... So Strahd finally takes him down, then just gets hit with a tidal wave, like it throws a fireball, like that'll teach you.
Oh my god!
Then just...
He's trying to stop them all. It's like the stupid fucking what was it called? Like Thor Ragnarok fucking moment of like, you think you can defeat me? No. But like you hear a crash of water behind you, but they can. Like,
It's an ocean
like
of.
trying to blast them, like they're like just turning into more water.
Yeah, literally. So if they can inhabit water, and say for the sake of like not metagaming it, if you like blow up that water or turn it into mist, they can escape, and if they take auxiliary damage, they can die and turn into a puddle of water. So they would infinitely expand as you were killing them and just flood the whole palace.
Okay, so we can make a few-step plan out of this, of just like a level 1 adventurer just gets like an entire, all the rocks he can carry in a bag, and just like meets a Vasanti, and it's like, I have a gift for Strahd, and he just like makes them look like there's these precious gems, like maybe they are actual gems that he got them to do with. Strahd being the vain dude he was, I'm sure he would accept like a royal gift, because that's something he's probably craving after all these years. And then you just come in there, you get Strahd close enough to look at him, you open the bag, and they just all launch out like the rat from Barnyard.
You have
That's not even from the movie, that's from the show.
Yeah.
the thought of like you could theoretically have an NPC, or not an NPC, you could have a PC with a droplet of water with fucking like thousands of Chwinga in it. And you have like, it's like you just have them erupt out, and it's like that fucking Gary's mod like fucking collision noises just
Okay.
I love that sound.
Okay, so unfortunately, it does say if two or more Chwinga live in a same area, each one
fucking
will take
lying.
shelter in a different plant, rock, or body of fresh water. So it'd
That's
have
all right.
to be,
That's all right. This could still work. We
Wait.
could still have running water.
Yeah.
We could still...
Yeah, we still have running puddles of water.
Yeah.
And also,
Oh fuck.
if you have like a bouquet of flowers, each flower is
yeah.
technically still alive
Yeah.
until it's like withering. So just a little bouquet of Chwingas.
The
You
idea
cut all the
of
flowers off, they spew out, and each one.
Chwinga to Strahd death is so funny.
I love that we just find a way to make fun of Strahd in at least every other episode.
Fucking... it's so fucking funny.
Bless you.
Which
Yeah,
I
so
love
those are
doing it,
basically-
especially after that one guy freaked out on me for us making fun
yeah.
of Strahd. So
How dare you make fun of my favorite fucking villain, dude? Don't get Strahd's name out of your mouth. bro.
Strahd is not an incel. He does not have a Minecraft bed.
He would
He's
not-
a vampire, so by default he is.
Yeah.
Strahd would not flip a pancake and mold it onto her head. Fuck! Dude.
Now that's a deep cut.
Okay.
I'll call Strahd a lot of things, but not Bill Clinton.
So
I'm gonna
he's not that bad. He's not that bad.
Strahd was
With the
we can at least say Strahd was not on a certain list. He
That we know of.
I think Strahd might be on the list.
yeah.
Well, no, he was too deliberately romantic with one person.
Who
He
was of
wasn't,
legal
slutty
age.
about it. In Barovia.
No, Strahd
No,
fucked a lot. Like, oh Strahd slept around. He had multiple wives.
Oh, he did. Then yeah, he's on the list. But
Yeah, he's on the list. He's on.
so Chwinga don't
Yeah.
have their own attack, but if they were to pick up a weapon that they aren't proficient with, I think they technically could, like, you could have them try and use it. So even though they're not proficient, they get a +5 because of their dexterity. And if you had a bunch of Chwingas enchant their own weapons, because they can do this charm once per day for each of them could turn thimbles into dragon slayers and hunt down Smog and just like slaughter him to death instantly.
You fucked with the wrong forest. The dragon burns down a forest. 5 Chwinga live, and they make him fucking live to regret it.
All
That
right.
was the plot of the movie 9.
Oh my god!
We're back to 9 again. Okay. I wish it was more vague with the wording, but I thought that'd be so funny if the Giant Slayer applied to something size category larger than you, because if that was
That's everything. Yeah, to them.
but it has to be a
Yeah.
giant. So it's like, oh,
Dang. I think that's their only combat boon, but there are
That's a really good
lot.
one, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dragon Slayer specifically does 3d6 extra damage to dragons, and it gains a cumulative +1. So even though they're not proficient, I would say that one could turn a thimble into a magic weapon with a +1 and immediately have a +6 to its attack as CR0.
which is crazy. And I'm assuming they're getting flanking after all. If we're going with the Chwinga swarm method of just Chwinga kills the D&D universe.
Like the Chwinga CR0, Chwinga swarm CR20.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're done.
They also
Packed up.
they could get a few of them to do the charm of animal conjuring and just have a bunch of mounts, since they could
They
do
could.
like 8
Yeah.
wolves with a conjure animals, so they could.
Dude, what would a Chwinga mount be? Like,
A rabbit.
yeah, I guess
Or-
rabbits.
I've seen really cute pictures of like fairies riding guinea pigs and stuff,
Oh,
and I fuck with that a lot.
I was thinking of
Oh, that's-
Or
squirrel
like
actually,
corgis. Squirrel would be good.
because
Squirrel.
I love the idea of they're doing the dragon, and it's just like when when the squirrel's in the road seeing a car, and it's like he's just doing that around Dragon
Like
Claw
Chwinga.
slamming on the ground.
5 Chwinga riding on the back of a possum.
Yeah, that's the South right there, man. Ooh, a raccoon. I
Dude,
feel like
Chwinga
that
fuck,
fit well.
dude. Yeah.
If you reach across all official D&D content, there are Ravnica boons that you get from like tattoos and stuff, and there's
Oh,
the Is It
right.
charm that lets you cast Lightning Bolt at 3rd level. So if we're doing a full cannon breach through everything, they could just be like, bzzzt.
Dude, honestly, well, because that makes sense too for like elemental reasons. Of just like,
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm just
Giving them,
being
like,
a cheeky asshole.
no, that shit would be because like this is fully like, I feel like we've gotten onto the verge of just like we're just
power gaming.
yeah, it's like the power gamer idea of like, what if it's almost like a. Well, actually, I find I kind of want to say like, oh, like the peasant railgun thing, but I find that stupid.
Oh.
Yeah.
But,
The Chwinga swarm tactic, now that one has some class to it.
Yeah, that one's funny. Like that one, because I think the difference is, the peasant swarm thing is just, or like the peasant cannon kind of thing is just like, come on, dude, that's not. As the DM, I would just feel like, that's not how this works. That's
Yeah.
But like with the Chwinga thing, that would straight up just be like, I can't argue with that. Like if you convinced a bunch of Chwinga to like literally just go into droplets and run at somebody. Yeah.
Where we drop
yeah.
dropping.
Yeah. That's not even power gaming. That's just vampire spray.
Yeah.
You came up with a really creative way to deal with this problem. I my hats off to you, good sir.
You get a bunch of them to go into water
I
droplets.
give you Reddit gold.
Yeah. You get them to go into water droplets, get them all in a vial. You fly above them, just spraying it down. They're all just dropping Fortnite style down.
Exploding on the ground.
That's like the Attack on Titan, like the kickoff to season 3 or whatever.
Yeah, where to drop
they
the
send
Titans.
a bunch of people flying down, and then his shout turns them into Titans, and they're like bombs. Also, Chwinga do have specific charms, and some of them do deal a little bit of damage. But there's the charm of the Traveler's Haven. And that one lets you, as an action, cast Liamon's Tiny Hut. That normally takes a minute.
That's a good ability.
That's really powerful.
Dropping houses.
In a game,
Mm-hmm.
in a recent game I had, something occurred where like a player ended up having like a Liamon's Tiny Hut just there where a fight was gonna break out.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking how useful that shit is of just like, yeah, they know that my general area is here. I'm just gonna disappear from their view for a second. And it was straight up like whittling down the forces until like the main boss is there fighting them, and someone literally just jumping out of the Liamon's Tiny Hut, fucking like doing like a pot shot and jumping back in. And it's just like like while having like a bunch of other people just dogpiling on them. I could but no, Chwinga,
I think this is the most unique way that we've explored a monster, is just getting excited about how to cheat with them.
Yeah, well, because
They're
like
so fun.
I think that is they have a really fun concept to them, because it's not just like, it's not to say like, oh, it's so open-ended you could do anything with it. It's more like with the tools that we've been given and thinking of the thematic thing of them, trying to think of the idea of like what would make them have to do this, and like really trying to add like a bit more character to the idea of the Chwinga just being these basic little nature spirits.
Yeah.
And I think they're fun, and they're definitely like, they have that vibe of, if a player encounters a Chwinga, of course they're gonna have that moment of like, it's like when the party wants to pick up that one goblin and like have them join the party.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna want to fucking take a Chwinga with
Yeah, imbue him in your sword, like I said.
Yeah, I feel like we accidentally turned them into Pikmin for a second.
Kind of, yeah. They basically pick. They have a fuck ton of them.
That kind of lightly lends itself to how I've used them in games. Because right now I'm running a little Pikmin adventure where the party is dealing with like these tiny little flame dudes. Their mephits are their stat blocks, but they really do operate like Chwinga. They only fight amongst each other. They can't really fight the party very well. And I love the idea of just accumulating a bunch of tiny little dudes that help you for like one arc or one area.
Yeah. And honestly, to make them not too powerful, I would probably limit them even to just like, oh, their whole thing is like they give a fuck about their forest or their specific location that they're trying to keep intact. And the reason that they would have the initiative to leave that is because something is like, even looking at the Strahd scenario, it could easily just be like, oh, these woods used to be like an enchanted, like beautiful place, and you know, this being all fucked with has like left the Chwinga kind of dire, like in this dire mood, like no longer like tending to this forest or whatever. If the players are able to build up that like feeling of like, fuck yes, let's do something about this, it's like, Yeah, and now all of a sudden you have a fuck ton of like little forest creatures that are on your side.
I love that.
Fucking
Yeah, the forest, if like populated effectively by D&D monsters, is one of the scariest and most dangerous places of all time.
Oh,
yes,
100%.
dude.
Yeah, like imagining the fact that within the same acre you could deal with a hag, one of these things, and a griffin is like, oh god.
A hag coven.
I could see hags working with Chwinga or vice versa because
Yeah.
again, they're just neutral. So they would just find the hags interesting. They would just be like, "Oh, you're cool. I like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if like a green hag just stays in that forest, they would probably just like inhabit potted plants in her house and help her like
Yeah.
daily with one little boon for the whatever magic she's doing. Because
I like
hags
the idea
don't
of her like yeah.
just hags don't endanger the forest, so they wouldn't ever be like at
Yes.
odds.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like a hag like fucking like moving shit around in a cauldron. You see like a bunch of Chwingas like dive in just because they're like, "Oh, this is me."
No,
They would
no!
inhabit the potion.
Yeah, they inhabit the potion. They start like they add their own like literally she makes like a little bath for them and their own magic probably starts to fuel whatever she's fucking working on.
I like the idea of just like taking a swig of water from your cantina and you're like, "Oh, what the?" And you spit out a Chwinga.
Spit out
Like,
Chwinga.
what?
He just runs off too. It's like he's unharmed. It's like you spit him out and he's like, yippee.
Wee! Wee! And just crawls back in your canteen. Again.
He just keeps doing it. He won't get out of there.
Stop.
I love these little guys. So, yeah, I think you touched briefly on how you used them in your game. How, because me being the resident Cholt lover, I plan on incorporating them in the game I'm currently running. I haven't got a chance to yet, but I was trying to think of what level of. I was debating on how common I wanted them to be because I felt like a strong point is they're unique to certain forests, you know. But one in the Cholt game, I just made it where since running into them was pretty rare, I just made that a reward for the party where like during exploration, if they rolled a nat 20, they could potentially come across a Chwinga nest. Where basically if they rolled a nat 20 at the end of the day, they somehow caught a Chwinga's attention. And if a party member does something particularly nice, seems like they're caring for the forest, they do something interesting, the Chwinga will just single them out and just like they might get a chance to see them.
Just like, let me tell you something, like chasing them down at 20 movement speed.
Yeah, because two of my players got to encounter them, and one of them got like a Dragon Slayer that she was able to use for the rest of the campaign, and she absolutely loved it.
Whoa.
It's pretty sick, actually.
And yeah, eventually they do fight. I think Amber's the name of the dragon you fight in Cholt, but so when they fought that dragon later, that was huge.
Oh, I never got to the dragon.
Yeah. I love that game.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I like it too.
I need to explore Jolt again because I remember trying to run it at one point and I never really got anywhere with it. But
a big
it's
big
chock
warning.
full of really fun stuff. Yes,
It is, but you have to avoid all of the dungeons on the map because they're empty. The book does not give you anything in them. It's like, yeah, you should have written this. And I was like, well, that's what my party was headed toward this whole time. I'm supposed to tell them they get nothing.
I know the Gator one toward the beginning, you get the alchemy jug out of that one. That one's pretty good.
You can get mayonnaise forever.
Mayonnaise forever.
You boys want some mayonnaise?
Oh, we're out of food. You won't
congratulations,
believe this.
you finished my mystical dungeon.
Here's the mayonnaise jar.
Of mayonnaise.
The jar of mini mayonnaise.
Wear it with pride.
Never forget who gave it to you.
And I do I don't know, I'm very glad for the existence of Chwinga being in that, because I remember picking the first thing that really stood out to me when I got that book and flipping through the pages was honestly the art of the Chwinga, where I was just like, oh, this looks really cool. Like, I like these little guys.
I like that and the Batiri tribe of goblins.
Yeah.
That
Their
too.
masks are sick.
I can,
What? Okay, now just imagine one of these guys trying to mimic the Batiri mask, and that's also...
that's actually
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know what it kind of makes me think of, too, is like, have you guys played Nier?
Oh, yeah.
Autonoma?
Love Nier.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it pops up in there too. There's that tribe of masked people in like the original Nier.
I haven't played
they
that
kind
one.
of show up in Automata. They kind of show up too. Like some of the like same mask. They almost have like a rabbit kind of shaped mask.
I didn't know there was
it's
an
like
original.
very blocky.
Isn't that Pascal's tribe, or am I thinking of a different group?
Might be a different group.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I like
because
Pascal.
Yeah.
because like
That,
the Nier, I'm thinking, well, technically it's different because there's like there's the Japanese Nier, which is like a young guy, and then like the American version, they turned him into like an old gruff man taking care of his daughter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Let's do Up again. The Last of Us 2.
Let's do it.
yeah,
Again.
My paternal
Fucking,
instincts have to kick in for me to enjoy a game.
that is literally
I
what
have
the
to
idea
protect
was, where
something
it's like
small.
Yeah.
because the original Nier game, I forget when it came out. It was like early 2000s, I want to say, but it was like a fucking
It was
it was
PS3, I
something where they were
believe.
just like,
Because the original Yoko Taro games were the Drakengard games for the PS2.
yes,
And then I believe Nier was PS3 because Drakengard 2, the results of that game caused the human extinction that happened in Nier.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, the end of Drakengard 2, you travel to another dimension, and a disease you brought from that dimension causes the plague that wipes out humanity.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, it came out
What an asshole.
2010.
How'd you do that?
yeah, then Drakengard 3 is the only one I've played, and that one is a wild prequel. Really, really fun though.
It fucking but there's like this like mass tribe in Nier, like the Gestalt one. Well, not like specifically that one, but there's regardless. I always kind of think about that, like that idea of just like that kind of like fun little tribal mask kind of look about them. I like this thought with like playing more with like the potential look of the masks and everything and what it could represent. I like the idea of, like you said, I could honestly see that of the fucking goblins taking their attention and just being like, I don't know, like coming across Chwinga just stacking up on top of each other or some shit, like mimicking that.
They totally would.
I do.
They totally would.
They just look like that.
As smart.
They look like that one Kids Next Door promo. As you can see, LeBron James. Except they're doing it to Strahd.
Again, because I think that is an aspect to them, is as smart as they are, they're still kind of childish, which they're like little whimsical guys.
Yeah.
And I would probably play into that idea of just like, you know, at their core they have like this childish curiosity about shit.
Yeah, that's how I portrayed them, as they had that childhood. I want them to be a little whimsical, lighthearted encounter, and Chult being kind of dark at times.
A nightmare realm, yeah.
Yeah.
It is the gut grinder.
They fought a T-Rex that was literally spitting out undead earlier.
T-Rex grinding my guts.
Oh, yeah.
Grinding my Rex till I gut.
So,
I don't know.
I think I know what we're scoring these, but what we got?
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly, I think easy 5. Like, I really fucking like these.
I have a soft spot for them, but it's just because it's an effective concept, so it's a 5.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was planning on giving them a 4.5 solely because I feel like they should be a Fae. I still feel like that a little bit, but you also convinced me on the elemental thing.
I think
Yeah.
because I was thinking 4 at the start of this, and it wasn't until Logan brought up the potential of them being like a party, where I was like, actually, these guys could be used for fucking everything. These guys are
Yeah.
awesome.
I might actually make that an Arcane Gate one shot. That sounds like a really fun
That'd be
idea.
awesome.
I'd be down
Yeah, sweet. All right.
to be in there.
Okay. Y'all stay tuned for that. Other than that, yeah, another easy 5, which is funny. Hags in this and elementals all got 5s. I believe.
Didn't we give goblins a 5?
No, I was the detractor on that one.
You animal.
I feel like it's fitting to have them up there with hags as well. It's just like
Yeah.
they do.
Like
It's just diversity.
that might have been
replication.
kobolds. Let me double check the last. Let's see. Okay, here's the last tier list.
Shout out to Box Gym.
Yeah, thank you, Box, for making these. It's they come out amazing every time. Yeah, I was the one that gave goblins a 3. Both of y'all gave them 5s.
A 3.
A 3. I
Dude,
I
we gotta have
Heretic.
it easy hag Chwinga goblin combo.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, there are 4 complete 5
Twin
because
goblins.
Beholders was our other one that I forgot about.
Twin haglings.
Twin haglings.
Haglings. Our lowest score is still a Jackalware with a 2, a 1, and a 0.7.
What was the last one we did where none of us
forgot it
could
was a
think of
0.7.
anything? 0.7.
The fucking it was the flail snail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that one threw all of us for a loop there.
It is. It's what you got on the tin.
Reading the card explains the card.
It be a snail. It have the flail.
If flail
It'd
and
have
its
a
snail.
shell. It'd go to hell.
What
But
else
yeah.
can I entail?
But yeah, that's another Jolt monster. Jolt. Woo, I love Jolt.
It's a good setting. Thank you, creative consultant, creator of Adventure Time. The fuck is his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Pendleton
Perrin-
Ward. I knew that.
Pendleton Ward.
I knew something about
Pendleton
Venture
Ward.
Time you didn't. I will hold that over your head for
that was
local.
a-
Yeah.